Ever felt stuck between two bad choices? Or maybe you've been afraid to change direction because you've already invested so much time, money, or effort. You know, the classic sunk cost trap. In today's chaotic and unpredictable world, what some people call the BANI world, that's brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible. The ability to pivot is not just a skill, it's a superpower. But how do you actually do it without freaking out and panicking? Let's break it down. First, let's get real about why pivoting feels so scary. Our brains are hardwired to hate uncertainty. We crave predictability, so we naturally cling to the status quo, even when it's not working. Then there's that voice in our head saying, "But I've already invested so much to get here." That's the sunk cost fallacy, and it keeps us stuck in bad situations way longer than we should be. On top of that, there's the fear of looking foolish or admitting we were wrong in front of our team, our boss, or our investors. All this anxiety can make us freeze up completely, unable to make any decision at all. But here's the secret. We need to adopt an anti-BANI pivot mindset. A pivot is not a failure. It's an experiment. It's a sign of strength and adaptability. Think about it. Flexibility is just resilience in motion. Look at Netflix. They started by mailing DVDs, but when they saw the future was online, they pivoted to streaming. It was a huge risk, but it made them the giant they are today. Or think of all the small cafes that pivoted to delivery-only models during the pandemic. They didn't fail. They adapted to survive and even thrive. Leaders who pivot early and decisively don't look weak, they look strategic and smart. So how do you actually do it? Here's a simple 4-step playbook. First, do a bias check-in. Ask yourself honestly, am I holding onto this path because of ego or because of the sunk costs I've already put in? Be brutally honest with yourself. Second, practice small bet experimentation. Before you go all in on a new direction, test it cheaply. Can you run a small trial? A survey? A pilot program? This lets you gather data without betting the farm. Third, embrace dynamic planning. Your plans are not sacred scripts. They're maps. A map shows you the terrain, but you might need to find a new route if there's a roadblock. Be ready to adjust your plan as you get new information. And finally, number 4, post-mortem quickly. After every experiment or small pivot, huddle with your team and ask 3 simple questions. What worked? What didn't? And what are we trying next? This creates a cycle of continuous learning and improvement. Pivoting isn't about panic, it's about progress. The sooner you learn to shift gears without fear, the stronger and more resilient you'll become in this unpredictable era. So next time you feel stuck, remember, don't freeze, flex. If you've ever had to make a big pivot in your career or your business, hit that like button. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And for more practical tools to help you thrive in this crazy world, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.